Welcome to the Take Action podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Simmons, here to help you take massive action to being your best self. Many people don't believe in their own potential and don't always have the courage to change their situation. Join me and other guests as we give you practical ways to releasing your potential so that you can be your best self. Now let's stop playing and take action. What's up, y'all? It's Nicole here, and I have another episode for you. And today, y'all, this story is going to really help someone out here. I have an amazing woman, Monica Taylor, on with us today. And Monica she is a woman's woman, and she has been the type of woman that has overcome challenges that some of us will never experience, but her story is going to encourage you. And check this out. She is a bodybuilder. She has competed in the figure category and bikini category. She was a national qualifier at the Kentucky Muscle competition. And, you know, when she is not doing her thing in the gym and on the stage, she's just like the rest of us, y'all. She likes to just hang out, relax, watch shows, spend time with her husband and her daughter, and spend time with friends, and likes to cook some lunch. She can throw down on a grill too, or in the kitchen, as we say. So y'all, please help me welcome Monica Taylor to the Take Action podcast show. Monica, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome. You know, we met a while ago, and I was like, I have to have this woman on the show. And let me tell you the reason why. Is because when we first met and I began to kind of watch you, we met in the gym, y'all. So just to let you know where we met, you have a persistence and a confidence about you. And it's like your aura, the way that you walk and the way that you carry yourself. And I know that as a bodybuilder, right, when you're in the gym, you're focused and you're doing what you want to, you doing what you need to do.
Right.
And sometimes people can misconstrue that as something else, something that you're not, right?
Right.
I don't even know how we started talking. I don't even remember. Do you remember how we started talking?
I really don't.
Right.
If I remember correctly, I think you commented on my shoulders. If I remember correctly, you may have commented on my shoulders, and we went from there.
Yeah, probably, because I was just admiring your work, right? And the discipline it takes. But sometimes we don't, we have certain thoughts about people that are so focused in the gym. And when we got to talking and over time built a relationship, and then hearing some of your story, I was taken away. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? And so I was like, I gotta have this woman on the show. I gotta have her on the show. It was just the perfect time. And as we're continuing, kind of talking about freedom through fitness, you have found a level of freedom through fitness through your story. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to maybe just kind of share a little bit about you, and then you have something special that you wanted to start off with. So I'm gonna bounce past the ball back in your corner for a second.
Okay, so of course Nicole has introduced me. I'm Monica Taylor. Fitness is my lifestyle. I mean, without it, I don't know what I would do. And I've been through so much that fitness actually got me to where I am today. I'm fitness.
Very true. I mean, just your whole persistence and your mindset that I've observed and also had an opportunity to just engage with you. It's very true. So when you think, before you kind of share something special with us that I know will be really meaningful for those that are listening, could you share with us what does freedom through fitness mean to you? Like, when you just think of that, what does that mean to you?
Freedom through fitness to me means that I can go into the gym and just release everything there. Lay it all on the table, and whatever I have in me and on me, I let it go in the gym, and I feel free doing that. When I'm not able to go to the gym, I feel like I'm in a cage. I go through a state of depression and everything. So it may seem crazy, but like, I had a surgery on a Tuesday, and it was a major surgery. Now, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
That Tuesday I was back in the gym. I couldn't do a lot, but I was back in the gym. I was on the, I think I was on the bike. I had to be in there in order to find myself all over again. So that's my release. That's my freedom.
Yeah, a release, right? Just being able to lay it all out there. And I know just from hearing a little bit of your story, you had to lay it all out there in a really, really almost like a life and death situation way. Can you share with us a little bit about your story in terms of how you were able to leave it out there with something significant that happened in your life?
Bear with me because this is still extremely painful.
Yeah.
I compete and I like to win. I hate losing. And when I was diagnosed with cancer, I said, there is no way this is taking me out. I have another competition. My competitive career did not begin on the bodybuilding stage, but in junior high and throughout high school as a track and field athlete. It was years later that I found and developed a passion for strength training and physical fitness, and going on to compete in my first figure competition in 2017. I'm sorry, 2007. From then, I went on to compete in several figure as well as bikini competitions, day in and day out, living a fit, focused lifestyle. I was healthy, I was strong, I ate right, and I took care of my body. But then in 2013, I developed a persistent cough as well as an indescribable pain on my chest. After days, it went away. So I didn't give it much thought until it returned much worse, only a couple of weeks later. It was then that I decided to go to the doctor, and after having a few tests run, I listened to the doctor as he spoke those life-changing words no person wants to hear. Monica, you have cancer. More specifically, I had diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, stage 4. I went from never thinking this could happen to me to thinking, how could this happen to me? Words could not begin to express the devastation I felt. Even now, I thank God for the support of my family, friends, and excellent team of doctors I had by my side as I underwent 6 intensive chemotherapy treatments. Every 3 weeks, I was required to spend 5 long days in the hospital with 4 different types of chemotherapy running through my veins. As a track and field athlete, I ran the 800 meters like the wind. Now it was all I could do, just to slowly walk the short distance up the hallway from my bedroom to the living room. As a figure athlete, I could easily squat well over 135 pounds, perform pull-ups with a weighted harness around my waist. Now I struggled just to push myself off the sofa to walk to the kitchen. I lost my hair. I lost my weight. I lost all the strength of my muscles. And most of all, I almost lost the strength to fight. There were moments where I became so frustrated, so angry that, I'm sorry.
No, take your time.
There were moments where I became so frustrated, so angry that I thought I would lose my mind. But I thank God I never lost the will to fight, to survive. I never gave in to cancer, and I never gave up. I had cancer. Cancer did not have me. Now I believe it is my charge, my mandate. It is my desire to encourage and inspire someone else to fight, to live, to survive. And after going through several months of aggressive chemotherapy, on March 7, 2014, I was, by the grace of God, declared cancer-free. My endurance slowly returned, my weight was back within healthy range, and my muscles regained their prior shape and level of strength. And in 2015, I once again stood on a competitive stage as a figure athlete, having already won the toughest, hardest fought contest I have ever been in, the battle with cancer for my life. And so I ended this chapter of my life with one message to those that are fighting their own battle. In the famous words of late college basketball coach Jimmy Valvano, don't give up, don't ever give up. And I learned through this journey to always listen to my body. I am Monica Taylor, a cancer survivor.
Thank you for sharing that. I know that was hard.
You're welcome.
Wow. That was powerful, Monica. Thank you for sharing that. I know that it takes a level of vulnerability to open yourself up to a very painful experience in life. So,
yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for allowing me.
Yeah, I'm feeling you right now. So, we can just pause for a second.
Pause for the cause.
Pause for the cause. Pause for the cause. Pause for the cause. Thank you. Like I heard your heart, the pain, the perseverance, the resilience, the strength, the vulnerability, like all of that. And then you had the nerve to get back on the stage. Like, come on now. Wait.
Who does that?
You had the nerve?
I was in competition with myself. Like I love to compete. Mm-hmm. And I was competing with myself. Now, as a competitor, you don't always win. But I always told myself, if I did better than I did, or I looked better than I looked the last competition, I won. It's always me against me. It's not always me against somebody else. Right. A lot of times I'm competing with myself. And in this, I was competing with myself.
Yeah.
I lost everything, my weight, my muscle, I lost my hair, and it all came back. Yeah. And I was able to build myself back up and get on that stage and compete again.
So let's just say, right, you don't always get first place according to the medals that they ascribe to whatever the judges look at and say, we want to choose this person to receive the first place award, right? Because we already, getting up on the stage is a win.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
That is a win. Going through whatever you do, 20 weeks, 16 weeks, 12 weeks of prep, that is a win. And for you to go through chemo and to go through the mental battle that you experience, and then to find yourself back on a stage after even having to look in the mirror, having those days, how did you do that?
I don't know if I have an answer for that. Outside of it was me competing against myself. I knew what I looked like last year. Yeah. And I know what I look like this year. And I have a point to prove. Mm-hmm. I went through something and I came back from it. So here I am. Not everybody in the audience knew what I went through. Sure. But for me, I knew what I looked like. And I knew that 6 months ago or 7 months ago, I couldn't stand on that stage, let alone walk from the car to that stage. Yeah. But yeah. I'm sorry. I have no words.
Yeah. I mean, your silence is speaking much loudly, than what you're saying, because being able to go through that and then get back on the stage. And then you talked about what freedom means to you and being able to release and leave that out there when you're at the gym. Right. Mm-hmm. And so are you able to articulate or describe the time frame that you were kind of back in the gym, because you had to regain your strength, you had to regain muscle? Like what was that process like in terms of let me back up.
I got you. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. So, like, what was that like?
So I was diagnosed in December of 2013. Mm-hmm. After my first round of chemo was December 19th, and I had to be in the hospital for 7 days during that. So, most people go through chemotherapy and they're in the infusion center for maybe 5 hours, and then they go home. Mm-hmm. Well, I was in the infusion center for 5 hours, and then I was checked in the hospital for 7 days. Okay. So I'm getting chemo through all of this. I go home. 3 weeks later, I'm back in the hospital. This time they're doing a lumbar puncture. The lumbar puncture is to put chemo on the brain. Mm-hmm. They put chemo on the brain, but they pulled more fluid off of my brain than they put back in. So now I have headaches. Okay. I have equilibrium headaches. So when I stand up, my head pounds. All I could do for several months was to lay down. I found release in April, but I wasn't able to go back to the gym until June. From June to September is when I started building muscle back.
Okay. And in that time, right? So now you're at least strong enough to make a decision, right? So let's start there, because you could have decided, you know what, I'm just gonna maybe just walk, right? Just because your fitness is who you are. Maybe you're walking, you're taking it easy. It's like, I don't even need to put myself or challenge myself in that way. My body's been through enough, right? But you made a decision that I am going now to engage in rigorous training, because it is rigorous.
Yes.
What was the mindset that you had at that time to be able to make that choice to do that?
I want to see myself like I saw myself before. The person I looked at, we'll just say the person that I'm looking at today wasn't the person I was looking at yesterday, and I didn't like what I was looking at.
Now that's a golden nugget drop right there. That's a bomb drop, man. The person that you are looking at in the mirror, I didn't like what I was looking at.
I did not. That was a person that was not able to work out, or didn't work out, or didn't have the desire to work out because of what I had gone through. That's not who I was yesterday. I wanted to get back to who I was yesterday, because I know had it not been for what I did yesterday, I would not have made it where I was today. If it were not for my fit focused lifestyle, I probably wouldn't be here. I mean, let's be honest. If not for that fit focused lifestyle, I would not have known to listen to my body the way that I listened to my body. I felt a lump on my chest, and it was so painful that I couldn't raise my arm to pull my hair in a ponytail. It hurt like crazy to give somebody a hug. I didn't come from that. Like, what is this? Had I not listened to my body, I know that I would not have been here, because, like I told you, that was stage 4, diffuse large B-cell lymphoma.
And so I love what you said, and I want to emphasize the freedom that you experience, right? Because I'm listening to what you're saying, and fitness has played a large role in even who you are as a woman, right? And you've infused it in your lifestyle. And you said, if you hadn't had that fitness focused lifestyle, you wouldn't have been in tune with your body to know, hey, something's not right. Something's off. So, okay, just go with me on this one for a second. So you were able to, because of that, it led you through a series of steps and choices, right? To go seek help, so forth and so on. And so your freedom from cancer was kind of precipitated through the fit lifestyle, right? Because you would have never been free from that if you weren't even in tune with your body.
Exactly.
Man, so this is, so where we want to, I just wanted to have you talk about this, because I think even as we age as women, right? And our 40s, 50s, 60s, and so forth, sometimes we can let go of ourselves, right? And we're so out of tune with our bodies because we let go of that focus, you know, and when I love that when you said fit focus. And I think we all should have a fit focus. You don't have to be a competitor. And I've said this so many times on this podcast, but being able to have that focus so you can be in tune with your body, so your body can let you know, hey, there's something that's not right. We need to address this.
And, you know, our bodies are always trying to tell us something.
Yeah.
It's up to you to listen to it, to be, you have to be in tune to know, I need to go to the doctor to see what this is, or I need to change this up because this isn't working right. You're dehydrated and you don't even know that you're dehydrated.
Right.
Drink water. You don't even have to go to the doctor. Drink water. I guarantee 9 times out of 10 you're dehydrated. Just drink water.
Right.
It's amazing what little tweaks can do.
Yes. And it doesn't take a whole lot, right? Did you find, even when you started going back and regaining your strength, how did you actually go about just staying motivated, right? Because I hear that word a lot, like I just don't get motivated. How did you stay motivated to push through the image that you were seeing to get to the image you wanted to see?
So it's a little different for me because I feel like I'm a self-motivated person. It doesn't take me much. Like I'm one, if we have love handles if we don't work out. Well, you might not see it, but I see it. And I remember a commercial years ago. I can't remember what commercial it was, but the woman said, "This muffin top is not cute. I don't like to see any spillage over my pants whatsoever." So if that's motivation, then that's what it is. That little spillage sends me right to the gym or doing extra cardio or whatever the case may be. Because there are times where I get in there and it's like I'm focused on the weight and completely forget you need to do some cardio. Like it's just a little bit of walking that you do isn't gonna cut these abs up like you wanted. And yeah, abs are made in the kitchen, but they're also made in the gym. So you got to get that cardio in.
Right. And then,
go
ahead.
A lot of women get to where, or will say they don't go to the gym because it's the whole hair thing. I've had long hair. I've been bald headed. I have short hair now. I put a bandana on and don't take that bandana off until my head is dry. You too can do this.
You too can.
Please do. Please do. That's what the bandanas and scarves are really for. Let's tie that hair down and get that workout on. I mean, we have hairstyles that allow us to work out. We have braids.
Yeah.
We have twists. We have locks. Right. We've got the short haircut. We got ponytails. We can do this. Don't let your hair be your deterrent for working out.
Yeah. That's a big one right there. And so it can't be any excuse, right? I've just read a comment. I think it was something that I reposted it because I thought it was so key, right? Talking about excuses are easy, but they make it harder in the long run. Discipline is harder, but it makes it easier in the long run.
Right.
So if we just discipline, like doing your hair and figuring out what works for you is a discipline, but it'll make it easy in the long run because you like the results.
Right. And they have the cutest little workout outfits now. Like,
oh yes,
come on, let's do this. Look, you get in the gym, this little fashion show, girl, that is so cute. I love that.
So true. Get that little positive reinforcement while you were there.
Right.
So because you're self-motivated, how would you say, what kept you consistent? Because that's another area that I hear a lot of women talk about, the restart. I got to go back to the gym. I got to go back. It's kind of this cycle of always kind of starting over, which if, you need to do it until you're consistent, fine. But how did you stay consistent?
I don't like the new soreness from not working out.
Oh.
So, there are times where you feel like, dang, oh, I think I hit something different this time and I'm a little sore. So you look for that soreness from time to time.
Yes.
I'm okay with that soreness, but that soreness you get from not working out for 6 months, 3 months, I don't like it. Now of course I've had to go through that, but I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Once you push past that, and it's maybe 2 to 3 weeks, it's smooth sailing after that. Once you get in there, get that soreness through, you don't have that same soreness again.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Like that, it's almost like I like to call it beginner's lifter soreness.
Yeah, I don't like the beginning.
It's the worst. But it doesn't last, right? It doesn't last.
Does not.
Like,
it does
you just
not.
have to, you got to stay with it. The stretching, the water, because usually when you're dehydrated, you cramp up a lot more, you stay sore longer, you know, having the right type of supplements, and a coach can be helpful. A trainer can be helpful.
That is true. They work.
You know, to help you. So when you talked about something that I really wanted to lean into just for a few moments, and you said when you looked in the mirror, you wanted to be like the person you were, right? And I know that's another conversation that I've had just kind of over time with women in terms of body image, right? And so you've had to face that, because you lost muscle, you lost your hair, so now you're in the mirror facing body image, right? And so can you speak to that a little bit, and kind of encourage women that are listening now, if they are struggling with their body image, they don't look how they used to look, or they're trying to get back to, maybe they've had children and they don't like the way they look now. And can you speak a little bit to that?
I would say be your own motivation. There are photos of you that you took when you feel like you were at your best, you were finest. Put that picture up everywhere. You know, you pick up your phone every day, sometimes every 10 minutes, to see who hit you up. Let yourself be your motivation.
Yes, honey.
I am my own motivation.
Ooh.
So every time I pick my phone up, I see myself.
Yeah,
that's good. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
Be your own motivation. Get that picture from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, if it is.
Yeah.
Be your own motivation. Don't look at somebody else and say, I want to look like her, because that might not be attainable for you.
Right.
Go with what's attainable for you.
That's good. So you've already, because you reached the level, right? So you have a picture that really encourages you. And maybe that picture for someone else might be when they were in high school. Now their body has changed. They got their woman body. So they might say, okay, Monica, that's great, but I'm not going to look like I did when I was 21 and I'm 47. So,
but you can get close. You can get closer to it. Okay. You're not going to look just like you looked at 21, but you'll look closer to what you look like at 21 than you do today. I mean, all it takes, 20 minutes a day of walking will get you further than you think it will. 20 minutes a day is more than you're doing right now. Go out and do it. And you don't even have to go outside to do it. You can, because it's hot or because it's cold. You can go into the gym, get you a membership. You got several gyms out here. I'm not sure if I can name them, but
you don't have to do it.
Okay, that offer memberships for $10 or $20 or whatever,
right,
a month. Like, just get in there, just start walking.
Yes,
right. Walking will get you to the next point. Once you're tired of walking, you go over and push the weights.
Yeah,
and you don't even if you don't want to be in a gym, there are several people on social media, YouTube, that have videos out there for you to work out with.
Yes.
They work.
They do.
Constant consistency will get you where you want to be.
Constant consistency will get you where you want to be. And there's no plan that's bad. It's the failure to work the plan, right? Just like, which is the best plan? You're like, all of them work. You just have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what's going on here?
And don't believe that you can spot train.
Yes.
There's no such thing. You have to work every muscle in your body in order for that one thing to come in place. Like, a lot of women, I want nice abs or I want a nice butt. Well, you got to do a full body workout in order to get it. Right. You have to work everything. And that's not a full body every day. But what I'm saying is you have to work every muscle in order to get that one muscle to come into play like you want it to.
Right. And the reason being, y'all are like, why I got to do that? Because our body is interconnected, right? Our muscles are interconnected. It's not, I mean, I wish it was like that. It would be a lot easier.
It would be lovely.
Times, right? But we're interconnected. And the same thing, right? In terms of connecting the level of freedom that we want to experience in our life with how we're treating ourselves in terms of our level of activity and fitness. And it's because it's all connected. It's interconnected. Like y'all are hearing a story of a woman who went through a very difficult time with sickness, right? And a sickness that sometimes people don't recover from in a way that she has, right? And so because there was an interconnectedness, mind, body, spirit, and being able to utilize that fitness, I say portal or avenue to be able to rely on so that you could see the best version of yourself, which I think is so beautiful because you are, I mean, sometimes I just stare at you sometimes in the gym. I'll be like, I don't even, because I know your story, right? And I'm just, I'm lifting this weight and I'm like, this woman is what? Let me go ahead and stop playing around over here. If I'm, I might be walking in feeling a certain way, like I'm down, I don't have that much energy, or, I'm just like, I have no reason. I'll look over, I may see you and look over at you like, I'll be like, man, I ain't got nothing to complain about.
She just had surgery in February.
Listen.
What am I doing?
What am I doing? Like, you came in the gym and I was like, you're like, yeah, I just had surgery. I was like, and you're here? Man, I felt, because that day I didn't even want to be at the gym. I was like, oh, and you here? And I think it's just so encouraging and inspiring to see your fight and your will to want to be better, even in the face of circumstances sometimes that's unexpected. Right? We face unexpected things and we're like, why did this happen? Like what's going on? And so with the last few moments that we have together, can you share just maybe 3 tips or words of wisdom, encouragement to someone who's maybe in that place, right? Maybe they've been told by their doctor, they got some type of diagnosis that really has debilitated them. Like it sent them in a spiral of depression, or they're facing obstacles that are just very challenging and they're just kind of stuck. What would you say to those women?
You have it. It does not have you. You have it. It does not have you. Do not let it take over you. You have it. It does not have you. Take control. Yeah. That's it. It's no 3. It's 1. You have it.
I love it.
It does not have you.
I love it. And y'all, that's real freedom.
Yeah. That's
real freedom. Monica, if someone wants to say, "Ooh, I seen her picture or I heard her story, I just want to connect with this woman." Like I resonate with that, right? Maybe I've experienced the same thing, or I have a friend that I want to, kind of pass this along to. How would they connect with you?
On Instagram or Facebook. On Instagram, I'm Monica_Meshell. That's Meshell. And on Facebook, I'm Monica Meshell. Meshell.
All right. So that means I ain't gonna put you out. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Look, some of them pictures and some of their workouts and stuff. I'm like, you need to be posting more about this, because listen, you have, like, you're such an encouragement and a walking inspiration of courage, authenticity, resilience, the will to live, freedom, love for yourself, love for your family, and then, married, daughter, like all of that. Like you encompass everything that I've endeavored to share on this podcast to really help women be the best version of themselves. And so I want to say publicly, if you will, thank you. Thank you for fighting.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because we wouldn't have your story right now if you were like, okay, whatever, it's over.
You're right. And, I talk, but I'm not a talker. If you ask me, I'll share. If you don't ask me, I won't. That's just who I am.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I thank you for sharing your story and some of them pictures. You can go on.
I so appreciate you for stopping and asking me, because when I met you, I didn't tell you what I had been through.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you. I appreciate you big time.
Love.
Right back at you.
All right.
Look, did I do it right?
Do it right. We got to figure it out. Well, I will see you in the gym another time. So,
yes,
another time, but thank you so much for being on the show. And y'all heard this story, and with hopes that it would really just encourage you to continue to be your best self. Take one thing, right? You have it, but it doesn't have you. You are in control, and that's what freedom is all about. So until next time, listen in, share this episode with someone, like it, let us know how it's encouraged you, and we will talk with you next time. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Take Action Podcast. I truly hope you were inspired to take massive action to being your best self. If this resonated with you, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a beat. And write a review so we can share this message with as many people as possible. Head over to my hub, NicoleSimmonsLeadership.com, for more powerful resources to help you release your potential. Make today count. Take action.